go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I'm joined by the Masters crew. What's up, guys? How you doing today? Dynasty Al, the Doc.
What's up, Kamish?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Not much, man. Another week. Trade's been flying in, definitely picking up as we get closer to the season. And it seems like ever since the NFL draft, they've doubled, which has been cool. But as always, I've been going through all the trades, hand-selected a few of them. These guys are going to dive into them, tell you what you think about them. With that said, let's jump right into it. First trade popping up on your screen. We got Ezekiel Elliott in the 1.8 for Cam Akers, the 1.10 and 1.11. And just a quick heads up where you guys go, the Cam Akers trades have not stopped coming in yet.
The most traded player.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I actually feel pretty good, and I have been kind of backing Zeke for most of these trades because I feel like he's been criminally undervalued. But I will say I'm going to go with the Cam Akers side on this one, just with the 2 extra picks. I think if that 1.8 was higher, I'd be all in on the Zeke side. But since those picks are so close, 2 first-rounders over 1, I think that gives me the edge there.
Yeah, I agree with that, mainly because, like you said, the 1.8 and 1.10 are almost interchangeable, then a pick up an additional late first. And I do still value Zeke a little higher than Cam Akers, but I mean, not too far off just because the age Cam Akers super young coming out last year, and Zeke still pretty young, but the mileage is starting to take its toll, so we'll see, but pretty good trade.
Yeah, and on a side note, it was good to see we just had our first live draft this Sunday. Zeke made it back in the first round. It was like 1.12 or something.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a big jump.
Yeah,
that is.
All right, next trade popping up on your screen is one of our Gold Dynasty Leagues. We got Jonathan Taylor, Robert Tonyan, the 2.9 and the 2.12 for Nick Chubb, Cole Kmet, the 1.4. Your guys' thoughts?
Ooh boy.
Let's break down here. So my first instinct, although I'm a huge Jonathan Taylor guy, I think I might lean the other way. Ryan loves the boy Cole Kmet, so go with him on that one. But, Tanyan's intriguing as well. But Chubb plus the 1.4, I mean, that's, Chubb plus a Najee or ETN potentially, or even, one of the top receivers, essentially for Jonathan Taylor. I think that's pretty good value, so.
Yeah, so, Al kind of stole my thunder there. I thought he would be on the Taylor side for sure. Tonyan with Rodgers possibly most likely leaving, don't love that. And I think Cole Kmet's stock is going to just go through the roof this year once Justin Fields starts playing. And everything else Alex said, I'm on board with. I like the Kmet and Chubb side.
All right, good stuff. Going to move on to the next trade here. We got a doubleheader in one of our Gold Dynasty Leagues. We'll start with the first trade. We got Marquise Brown, Michael Thomas, and the 1.4 for DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, and a third-round pick. Your guys' thoughts?
This one's tough. Very hard to evaluate.
Yeah, this is tough. I'll just go with the Marquise Brown, Michael Thomas 1.4 side, just because I like 1.4, and as I've said, I'm not huge on DeAndre Swift. And again, with the Panthers putting so much investment into other receiving weapons in that offense, I don't know how elite DJ Moore can be in fantasy.
Yeah, I agree with that take a lot, and I think I'm going to side with the Thomas 1.4 side and Marquise Brown as well. I will say, although I've also been down on DeAndre Swift, I am a little more excited now they got Sewell and, they extended Ragnar. I feel like they're building up the offensive line first, which, it's still a complete disaster and a rebuild in Detroit, but at least they're building the offensive line. So I'm starting to feel a little better about DeAndre Swift, but honestly, just straight up like Swift for the 1.4. Again, that's Najee, ETN territory. I think I might like those guys more, so it's tough.
I feel like you could rattle off 4 guys that I really like at 1.4.
Oh,
and one of them's going to be there, obviously.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So.
Yeah, and then the second part of the trade, we got Russell Wilson, DJ Shark, Cole Kmet for the 2.1. For your guys' guide, Kyler Murray, Devin Singletary, Michael Pittman. Your guys' thoughts on this one?
I'm going to go with Russ, Shark, and Kmet. Same reasons I said about Kmet earlier. And Shark should be the number 1 in Jacksonville if everything goes according to plan. Plus, you add in 2.1. I like Michael Pittman a lot. I've said that before, but I will say there have been some rumblings of the Colts looking to add another receiver, possibly even Julio Jones.
Ooh.
Don't know how legit that actually is, but that all in mind, I'm going to go with the Russ, Shark, and Komet side.
Yeah, I'm going to take that side as well, although I love Kyler, and I think he's my number 2 QB in Dynasty. I still think, you're looking at the next 3 to 5 years always for your Dynasty window, and Russ can still be that elite quarterback for the next 3 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. So Kyler isn't a huge upgrade. I mean, long-term, yes, but short-term, he's only going to bring you so much more than to get DJ Shark and Cole Kmet, the 2.1 on top of that. I think pretty good haul.
Yeah, and just a quick question. Like how much of an advantage would you give DJ Shark over Laviska to be the 1? And the reason I'm asking, I have a pending trade for Laviska Shenault, so I'm kind of curious.
Go ahead, Al.
So I don't know, this might not answer your question, but who's actually the 1? I don't know. I think they're both going to be productive. Whether or not Shark's the true 1 or like Shenault could, take over as the alpha type receiver, but I think they're both going to be good. I think they're both going to produce. So I don't know.
It's tough. Yeah. It's close.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I feel the same way. Shark, I think he's got, more of a history of being that number 1. And as much as I love Laviska, I don't think he's as refined as a receiver as Shark is right now. So, I don't know, something to keep in mind. But Lawrence could easily have a better connection with Laviska. It's kind of up in the air at this point.
All right, good stuff. Going to move on to the next trade here. We got Kareem Hunt, Keenan Allen, the 1.2, the 2.2 with a future 1 for Zeke, Calvin Ridley, the 1.6, 2.6, 3.6. Your guys' thoughts?
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez.
That future first makes it tough on the other side.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it easy on you. So.
Yeah, I would have said Zeke and Ridley just because, age and where they're at situation-wise, it seems better on that side. But 1.2 guarantees you one of those legit rookies in this draft, plus a future 1 as well. I might, you know what? Yeah, I'll take the Kareem Hunt and Keenan Allen side. Keenan Allen will be sneaky up there with Ridley anyways, even though he's older. And Kareem, he'll still produce too. Yeah. And as we've talked about, he's got potential in the future.
I'm right there with the doc. For me, Keenan and Ridley for the next few years are still going to be right there, even though Ridley's a couple years younger. And then obviously Zeke is a significant upgrade over Kareem, but we still like Kareem going forward this year and in the future if he gets to be a bell cow somewhere else. But to get the 1.2, 2.2 future first, I know you're giving up some picks as well, but those are some early picks and can definitely help build a dynasty team.
Yeah, good stuff. An interesting thought. Kareem and Zeke pretty much the same age. Just situations a little different.
Yeah. Right.
If Hunt does end up somewhere as a lead back.
Yeah, like long term, that honestly might be better on the Kareem side.
Yeah, maybe.
Zeke's just going to be getting a ton of mileage, and Kareem's going to be
a lot less mileage on Kareem. Yeah, good point. All right, next trade popping up a little easier on this one. Ooh. Straight up, Clyde EdwardsHelaire for Lamar Jackson. What side you taking?
That's an interesting one.
That is. I feel like in our 1 QB Masters leagues, you very rarely see trades like this. Mm-hmm. And that's because they're hard. I think, to me, it really just depends on team need. I go with the Clyde side in general, but if you're that, difference-making QB away from a championship run and you feel good about your running back, sure, then pull the trigger to get a guy like Lamar. But in general, in the way our Masters leagues work, I would side with the Clyde side for most franchises.
Yeah, it's all about positional value, so I don't really have a whole lot else to add on that one. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. And then the last trade of this episode, we got another Clyde EdwardsHelaire trade. Clyde EdwardsHelaire, the 2.9, 2.11 for Michael Thomas and the 1.10. Your guys' thoughts on this one?
It's fascinating to me how frequently these rookie running backs from a year ago are getting traded.
Yeah, and Clyde, I just want to point out, last Sunday, first live draft of the year, 4th round for Clyde EdwardsHelaire.
Not sure if this is the time or the place to bring it up, but my guy, Jerick McKinnon, signed in Kansas City to be the backup. Maybe he'd take some touches away. Just kidding. I like McKinnon, but obviously it's Clyde's show until it's not.
Man, that's tough.
Which, it never really was yet either.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It never really has been yet. You know what? Gosh, I don't know. I kind of want to say Michael Thomas side. You get the 1.10 too. Clyde, as much as I love Clyde, he is worrying me the Kansas City's worrying me, and it's not really a him thing. It's more a them thing. And I don't know. They might get back to the old ways, but with things as they are right now, I'm a little hesitant to pass up on a receiver like Michael Thomas.
I'll disagree just because I'll take the Clyde side. I mean, the 1.10, I think, you're looking at one of those decent rookie receivers, but it's going to be hard to get a stud. And for me, it just comes down to these young bell cow backs, which I know Clyde hasn't proven that he can be that quite yet. But, just a year ago, we were fully planning on him being a young bell cow back. And so to get that for, Michael Thomas and then the 1.10, I think that's pretty good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, interestingly enough, two guys that have slid quite a bit in value. So good pickups for me on both those guys. Great value pickups at this point. All right, good stuff, guys. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Dynasty Spotlight. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. If you're looking to play Dynasty football, we got over 600 leagues. Never folded a single one. Fresh Dynasties are filling currently. Also posting orphan teams daily. Great way to get into one of our leagues. Previous owners paid your deposit, so you get in for half price. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.